What if I told you that one of the most unique battle shonen ever has nothing to do with powers, demons, saving the world? No Naruto, no My Hero, no Chainsaw Man, just a teenage kid in his tofu delivery at 3 a.m. absolutely destroying racers on a mountain road in an old Japanese 8.6. That's Initial D, and today I'm making the case why that is the most unique battle shonen ever. Now I know it's a crazy bold claim to say that this series is going to stand apart from the big three of Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, but hear me out. Those series all feature those similar style battles, you know, powers, abilities, chakra, gum fruits, physical combat. You know, what makes Initial D unique in this genre is that it throws the whole concept out the window. There's no tournament arcs, no fight scenes, nothing like that. It replaces that with street racing instead of training arcs, right? No, you learn about the mechanical elements of the car, how they help improve and help the racing. Takumi blows his engine, and instead of going and buying a new car or whatever, right, you learn what a new engine can do to a car. Crazy concept. You don't think about these things until you delve into this series like this, or for the most part you don't. One of the biggest reasons Initial D stands out as the most unique battle shonen is that the races are structured exactly like the classic shonen fights you see in series like Naruto or Bleach, just played out through cars instead of combat. And this is not just true in the anime. The manga does this even more clearly on the pages, building tension through close-up panels of the driver's cockpit, tires, or even you'll see clips of the route they're taking, the driving line they're taking. It's such an interesting way to focus on the driver's psychology in the manga, and it does it great in the anime as well, but the manga adds such detail in the drawing. Take this first major race of the series, Takumi versus Keisuke Takahashi. On paper, this shouldn't be a contest, right? Keisuke is trained street racer, and he's driving an FD RX-7, one of the most respected cars in Toge racing. And Takumi is, in theory, just a kid who hadn't even raced. But what they don't know is, you know, he spent so many years driving these mountain roads, and it follows this shonen battle formula. There's a clear power gap at the start between Keisuke and Takumi. Even in the manga panels, it shows what we know is done to Keisuke's car, and we know nothing about Takumi's car, right? The rival underestimates the protagonist. That is always such a trope in these shonen series. And then there's a hidden ability that completely changes the fight. In battle shonen, that would be, you know, Naruto's nine-tailed chakra, but in Initial D, it's Takumi's downhill technique through years of muscle memory built delivering tofu every single night on Mount Akina. That comes out and shocks everyone watching because they expect Keisuke to win. The manga panels during this moment are frantic and fast, cutting between Keisuke and Takumi. Then there are the special moves. Every great battle shonen has them. Sasuke with Chidori and Kirin, Naruto with Rasengan and Rasen Shuriken, and Takumi has techniques like the gutter run and blind attack. The gutter run is where Takumi drops his tires into the gutter on the side of the road to carry more speed through a corner than what we think should physically be possible. And the blind attack is where he completely shuts his headlights off to the darkness to mess with his opponent's sense of distance and pressure. In the manga, these moves get their own dedicated panels with motion lines and reaction shots from rivals, treated with the exact same dramatic way as a special move reveal in any traditional battle shonen. The author even gives them names and has characters analyze them afterwards, the way characters in Naruto or My Hero would break down a quirk or a jutsu seeing it for the first time. The rival structure is a huge parallel. Initial D is built on a ladder of increasingly more powerful and faster cars and opponents. The Red Suns, the Emperor Team, the Todo School, each one stronger and more technically skilled than the last. This is identical to the structure of a series like Naruto, where you go from fighting academy rivals, or even the Bell Test with Naruto, Kakashi, Sasuke, Sakura, right? And then we go to the Chunin exams. We're seeing the fights between Rock Lee, Gaara, and then we're gonna see fights from the Akatsuki, where we're seeing the Pain fight, the race against Ryosuke Takahashi later in the series. It almost acts as like a final arc for the first season. And later in the series, it even comes back and they race again. The tension is just dramatic. It's built. It feels like Takumi can't mentally keep up until the end of the race. He's calculating every move. He's waiting. He's trying to find his opening. And this is him racing, finding someone who is more technical, who is more knowledgeable than him. What makes all of this feel so unique compared to other battle shonen is that the stakes are grounded in the real world, right? Nobody is going to die if they lose a race. no village to protect, no world-ending threats. But Initial D will make you feel every single race and the weight that comes into that. The same way Bleach makes you feel a life or death sword fight. And that is entirely because of how this series builds each battle with the same care and structure as series like Yu Yu Hakusho. And I'm not saying, oh, it's the same, because it's not. It is so unique. That is the point. But what makes it similar to these series is the intensity of each battle, each fight, each race. So to touch back on the question I asked at the start, what makes a battle shonen? Most people would say power, saving the world, superhuman abilities, and for 99% of this genre, I would say yes, you are right. But Initial D looked at every single trope that was chosen and created, and it gave its own experience without any of that. Instead of chakra, gum fruits, it's about the car, the driver's ability to its fullest. It is not just the concept and the art that makes this the most unique, but the world and characters that do this. I hope, if nothing else, I have convinced you to watch or read this wonderful series if you haven't, and explore the world of racing and cars. Look, that's just my view on this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all soon. Peace out, like and subscribe if you like the content, man.